Good morning! We are in the car this morning on our way to the recording studio. Me, Jonathan, Jada Man. You say good morning. He's kind of barely awake, but...
No, I am barely awake. Hey, guys!
Okay, he's awake. We're on our way to the studio this morning because we were going to be recording our song God of Generations, and we are so excited about it. And hopefully you've already heard it by now because we've released it to you guys, but we wanted to take you guys behind the scenes a little bit for the recording of the song today. It's a really exciting day for us because this is the first song that we've ever had Judah sing on for any of our projects. Are you excited? Don't mind the fact that we have loads of garbage in the back of our car. We're gonna try to make the most of this trip and head to the dump on our way home from the session.
Hashtag real life.
Hashtag real life.
Songwriting for me normally begins with an idea, and we actually had been thinking about family worship and word and worship families. We'd been dreaming about it for probably a little over a year. We actually got the chance to lead for a small mini family worship conference that a church had for their parents. And it was at that mini conference that I got the idea for God of Generations. And I just looked at Emily and I said, Emily, I'm gonna write a song called God of Generations. Sure enough, I sat down at the piano and I just kind of sang the first few lines. How does the first few lines of the song go?
We will sing a new song with an ancient theme.
We will sing a new song with an ancient theme.
We will sing a new song with an ancient theme.
And when I sang those first few lyrics, I just knew that that is exactly what I wanted to say, not only with those first few lyrics, but really with the whole song. I really wanted to have this song that painted a picture of the fact that there is this song that we are singing today that has been sung for years and years and years and years and years, that we don't have a faith that just comes out of nowhere, but that it's linked throughout all of time and all of history. I just knew I really wanted to have the first few verses have this theme of we are singing the same song. It might be a new melody, but we are singing at the same song that people have been singing for years and years and years.
We will teach an old song to those who come behind.
And then in the second verse, I knew that I really wanted to go the other direction on the timeline and realize that this song that we're singing that has been sung forever is still the same song that people are going to continue to sing throughout the rest of history, because God is faithful to each generation.
Jonathan told me in just the beginning phases of wanting to write this song, he was just saying, hey, I really want to write a song since we're thinking about word and worship families, about how God is the same and this God of generations that's being passed on from one generation to the next. I'd love to write a song about that. And I started to just zero in on verses like Psalm 145:4, which is the highlighted verse in Judah's Bible that you'll see in the video that says, one generation will declare your works to the next. Another verse I found was in Psalm 78:4, which says, we will not hide them from their children, but tell to the coming generation the glorious deeds of the Lord. And over I was seeing this theme throughout the Psalms, the songbook of the people of God, this theme of passing down the attributes and the name of God from parents to children and parents to children. And we've been learning together about how when you see in the Word of God, Lord in all caps, that is code word for the Hebrew name Yahweh, which is the very personal name that God gave his people to call him by. And thinking about passing down the attributes of God and passing down his name, I started thinking to myself, wow, the people of God were praising not just any Lord, but the Lord, Yahweh. In a nutshell, God reveals his personal name to Moses in the book of Exodus when he's revealing that he is I am. And Yahweh basically means broken up, the one who is, or I am. And that was what the people of God called him from then on. But what is so amazing, Jesus, our name Jesus, if that is broken down into the original Hebrew translation, it translates to Joshua. And Joshua in Hebrew, when it's broken up, the meaning of Joshua is Yahweh saves. Jesus and Yahweh, in a way, are one and the same. Jesus is Yahweh. He is Yahweh incarnate.
Yahweh, song of generations,
actually had the idea for the chorus because she had been reading some things about Yahweh and the word Yahweh, the name of God. And so after kind of processing some of her ideas, one day while we were just driving to an event in the car, I just started hearing the chorus. For the bridge, we really wanted to continue this idea of looking forward, and if we look forward in the Bible, we see in Revelation that the song that we're going to be continuing to sing is about Jesus and His worth and His greatness. We really wanted to have a moment in the bridge where we just epically declared the fact that we're singing this song today, but we're going to be singing it forever with all of the people from all of time who have been singing the Song of Generations. We're going to finally all be singing that together, and that name that we're going to be singing is Jesus.
I had the pleasure of getting to come alongside Tyler Moody, who produced this song for us, and to kind of pick some of the sounds and instruments that we wanted to put on this song. Normally when I cast a vision for the track of a song, I usually just say, I want it to sound like this. And so for this song, I just said, I want it to sound like Narnia. I want it to have a magical quality to it, a mystical quality to it, epic quality to it.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Tyler Moody.
Yes.
And he's a producer. He is a producer, and today, like we said earlier in the car, he filmed us and
Recorded us.
and it's gonna be so cool when
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's gonna be so
Tyler
cool.
is the best.
My dear friend Molly Lockwood played the piano part, and she came up with this beautiful piano line that's really cyclical that you'll hear in the intro and the outro that just kind of goes on and on and on. God of Generations is one song in particular though where I have learned so many things. One of those things is that I realized I don't know how to pronounce the word ancient. Because it's not ancient. I didn't know until we got into the studio that it's ancient, and my whole life I have been saying ancient as in anxious. So I'm really glad that our producer Tyler picked up on that so I didn't sing the word wrong on our recording.
Once we wrote the song and recorded it, we were actually listening back to the song in the car to Emily's vocal because I still needed to record my vocal, and we knew that we wanted to create word and worship families, and we knew we wanted this music to be for kids and for adults, for their parents, but we were still a little bit vague from a production side on how we wanted to incorporate kids into these songs. Did we want to have kids' voices? Did we want to have a lot of kids' voices? We weren't really sure. But what happened was we were listening back to the recorded song, to Emily's vocal, and in the back, Judah started singing the chorus along with her on that down chorus. And it just felt like in that moment, just so much clarity, and it just struck me, oh my goodness, this is exactly what needs to happen. Judah needs to sing these down choruses with you on this recording.
Yahweh, Song of Generations, is full of your praise, and we sing Yahweh.
I just think having Judah on there for those down choruses really makes the song, and it really helps cast the vision, not only for the song, but really for what we're trying to do in general. This idea that parents are singing out their faith and their praise to God, and then as they're doing that, kids are coming alongside and learning to catch the tune, so to speak. Go.
What am I doing? It was really fun to record God of Generations, and when I took on the headphones, I asked for them to do the echo thing, and I was like, whoa, it sounded like I was like in a new world or something. It was very fun. Wait. Pidgeotto! Because let me tell you one thing. With this echo, I said Pidgeotto, and that's Pokemon, and that kind of sounded like this show.
Oh yeah, because they put, it's called reverb,
Like,
and they put reverb on
on Pokemon too.
Wow.
On Pokemon shoes?
Yeah.
Then I think that's why it sounded like that.
Yahweh, the song of generations is full of your praise, and we sing.
And this is my first time singing harmony with Mom. I practiced so much to do that harmony part. It was just so hard.
Forever worthy, so young and all, praise the King. So young and old, praise the King.
I was learning it with Mom and Dad. I sing it so loud, I plugged my ears. I can't even hear a thing I just said.
And not only that, but as soon as I heard Judah singing in the back of the car, an instant visual picture came to mind, and I knew that I was gonna need to make a music video for this song because I wanted people to be able to see the story. But the story just developed in an instant where I just saw the pan out that you've seen of all of a sudden you see Judah there at the table with Emily singing. The very beginning of the song, you just think it's a normal word and worship music video, but then you soon discover that actually Emily's not sitting there by herself. She's actually sitting there with Judah, and he's learning the song that she's singing. Another cool thing about the video is that I wanted there to be that surprise at the chorus where you're like, oh my goodness, Judah's singing the song. But I also wanted to have just little hints at the very beginning that you, like little Easter eggs that you maybe could catch if you were really paying attention. And so that's why I put at the beginning, if you go back and you watch, you'll see Judah is writing and highlighting in his Bible, and you see the oranges for like little kids because Judah was literally sitting there eating an orange like he does in the morning during our breakfast time and during his homeschool time. And so there were little hints, little Easter eggs that could have tipped you off.
The funniest part that I like that God generations, I was like that. I saw that and I was like, that's funny. My dad jumping on the bed and like he's like tackling us. So funny. He was like playing drums on the video was very fun. I thought it was really fun because I was like, it looked like I was like drumming inside, like it looked like I was inside the camera. I was living inside the camera and I was doing the drums. It was kind of cool. I loved it. Also, my other silly part was doing the drums. That was very fun and funny. It was like I was in a recording planet. It was like I was in a recording planet, and it was so cool. I loved it. I loved it. When we got finished, we were like, boom, chakalaka.